Hey, welcome back to Deep South Rust. In today's video, we're going to start back on this 6640 that was going to be in the other video that I had to put two parts to because I had other things I had to do. But anyway, you know how it goes. We're going to get back on that roof. That roof has already been sanded, washed, prepped. Everything's done, the tape's on it. All I got to do is shoot the paint to it. So we're fixed to get on that. It's probably not the best day, honestly, to be doing any of this painting. It's been wet outside today. It's been kind of rainy. But you know, here at Deep South Rust, I kind of do the wrong thing and expect a good result. I mean, what else should I expect, really? All right. So while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and get my paint poured up and get that stuff ready. I'm going to go ahead and pause you guys because I know that my editing skills hadn't been too good, but I think I figured out if I pause this joker, y'all don't have to watch all the, extracurricular nonsense. See you back in a minute. All right, here I am back. I got my paint in my gun. I'm ready to start shooting some paint on this thing. I've already kind of got it set up. I'm not the best at setting these guns up. This is kind of a cheapo, but it works. It gets the job done. It gets some paint on it. We'll kind of go from there and see kind of how this turns out. The good thing I've told you probably 2 or 3 times now, the good thing about this heavy equipment paint is this stuff's really tough. It's really hard to mess up if you kind of keep spraying and wet sand anything out. It lays down real thick. This stuff is like 90s Chuck Norris Walker Texas Ranger tough. And Chuck Norris may actually came up with this paint. Who knows? Let's shoot this on there and let's see what happens. I'm going to show you guys some of the spraying on it. I'm not going to take you up there. Well, I am going to take you up there with me. Take that back. I'm going to try to take you up there with me while I go. And let's just kind of see how this stuff sprays as best we can kind of get it on there as I make my descent up top. I'm not going to show you every little bit of the spray, but I am going to get you guys kind of involved here with some of it. And maybe I won't get overspray all over my equipment. One of the hardest things with some of this painting sometimes that a lot of people don't realize is when you're right-handed or you're left-handed and you're spraying with the opposite hand. It doesn't seem like a big deal. But you can be a little challenged using the wrong hand. One of the hardest things with some of this paint too also is keeping those strokes even. And when you're like me, you're not really a painter. You just kind of shoot yourself what you need to know. That can be a harder challenge than you realize. All right, I'm gonna put you back here. I'm gonna let y'all kind of see what that looks like already. See, that right there has got some real good shine to it. Now I'll put 2 or 3 more coats on top of this. I'm gonna set you guys back up top, or back over on my video recording pedestal, should I say, and we'll get some more of this painted, and then I'll bring you guys back up here to see what the finished result is. You gotta do all this climbing. I'm not really into all this climbing anymore, but All right. So you guys can kind of see the top half of that tractor there. Maybe you can see it. All right, we'll leave you guys right there. A lot of climbing involved in this, and I think the fellow would invest himself in a ladder he could get up there with, but that would make way too much sense. What I'm giving myself here is about a 50% overlap. That way I don't have any kind of streaks or anything like that in the paint. Now, like I said before in the last video, you're going to get some orange peel. And you're going to get some dust in it. You got a good paint booth. That's one thing that you still kind of like I said here. You're going to get you're definitely going to get some orange peel. And it really doesn't matter how you set the gun up. There's just nothing you can do. It's just paint falling back on top of what you've already painted. Numerous coats on this, and after this first coat, I'm going to put you guys kind of on the pause. Y'all kind of get a gist of what's going on here. stretching while the yoga hit. I really didn't get that very good. I'm just going to hit it. This is going to have to let it filter over the top of it. So we're really not going to see any time the filters get in. So everything right now is covered. What I'm fixing to do now is I'm going to give myself a refill on paint. I didn't put a lot of paint in there before. I'm going to go ahead and put some more paint in the gun, and I'm going to pause you guys for a little bit while I do the rest of the coats, and I'll pick you back up and show you exactly what it looks like when it's done. So it's been about an hour and a half, I guess you could say, somewhere in that ballpark. I sprayed that thing 4 different times, so I've got 4 good solid coats on it. I'm going to take you guys up there and let you guys see exactly how it looks right now. Now the paint's still wet. We're going to have to wait till it dries real good, but it turned out fairly well considering the weather and all that stuff we've got today. But this, like I said, this equipment paint, this stuff is extremely tough. You can almost paint it with, you can almost paint through water with this stuff. It's so tough. All right, I'm up here. I'm going to show you guys kind of what it looks like from a closer up view. I know it's hard to see the glare and everything on it. It laid down pretty good. Now I do have some orange peel, like I said, and if there's just nothing you're going to be able to do about that, really, and some dust, that's just kind of where your wet sanding comes in. But like I said, it won't take, what little bit that's in it, it won't take long to sand it out. And we'll get these, like I said, these edges buffed out, like this section right through here, we'll buff. Stuff that you'll kind of see from the ground. Now, as far as this part up here, we're not really going to do any serious buffing on it. We'll just kind of let it dry and cure and wash it and clean it up. But outside of that, the roof's done, the fenders are done, the hood's done. We'll go back and wet sand all that real good and buff it out. I still got to paint the wheels on it, or the rims, and I got to do a little bit with these black bars and stuff, but all that's kind of like minor stuff. I'm not going to stress over it too much. After all, this is just going to be a working tractor. We're not expecting any big miraculous finish. We just want the thing to look pretty good. All right, guys, that's a real short video. That's kind of concluded everything I've got for today, but I'll take you guys, I'll probably do another short video after the wheels is painted and the windows are all tinted up, and just kind of give you a look at this tractor in the sun where you can see it real good, where you can see the shine. I tell y'all, the windows that we've tinted, my son's actually tinted those, and he's extremely good at all the tinting and the window type stuff. I'll try to get him on here and get some videos of him actually tinting some of these windows. Maybe it all be in one video, that last video of showing the tractor finished results. I may start that with him actually doing some of the window tinting before I show the finished product. But I tell you what, I really want to thank a lot of you guys that's liked and subscribed and shared my videos. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys keep enjoying some of the content that I'm putting out. I know these videos are kind of long. We're still working through the process of figuring out how to do some editing and stuff. But if you will, hit the like button, the subscribe, send me to all the people you know. If you got any special videos that you would like to see, some things you might like to see done, just put it in the comments section and we'll try to get to some of that. Like I said, we still got some big videos. I've got one that's coming out. It's going to be on 89 Chevrolet. I think you guys are going to like that video. That's probably going to be a 4 or 5 part video. It's an old 89 that I've actually given to my daughter. We're going to cut that truck in half and shorten it. We're going to put a step side bed on it. We're going to do some different stuff with the paint on it. We're going to probably black the truck out, do some different stuff, and that'd be some things that you guys might want to watch. But until next time, you guys have a good one. We'll see you later.